guys, I have not done a cooking video in forever. We moved and I have a new kitchen now and I'm totally over the moon. My kitchen is awesome. I'm so excited to show you the kitchen and to do some cooking videos from here. Another time I'll show you what it looks like, but today I wanted to just show you how I make my applesauce. Yesterday I threw up a post about using my KitchenAid attachment, the food mill, the vegetable food mill, and I got a ton of questions in my inbox about how I make my applesauce. So I'm going to show you what I do with this quick little video. And aren't you excited to get me in all my glory? I don't know if I've brushed my teeth. I don't know. I definitely haven't done my hair. So kind of fun. That's what you get today. So first things first, you want to make sure you have good apples. Get organic apples or unsprayed apples. Just skip all the pesticides and the sprays and get some good apples. Now, you can use one kind of apple, but it's always best to use at least 2 varieties of apples or more. It just adds kind of a real depth to the flavor of your applesauce. And so today I have Rome and I have Golden Delicious. You want to get the apples that are in season. So there are lots of kinds of apples that are early season apples, mid-season, late season. Just get what's in season. If you don't know what a good sauce apple is, ask your grocer, ask the farmer, Google it. But some apples, like Granny Smith, some of them are not great for sauce. They don't break down well. And some apples are really good for pies. They hold their shape. So be sure to look up or ask about the apple type if you're kind of getting something new that's new to you, okay? So I have my apples here. I rinsed them with water. No need to use any sprays or anything because these actually aren't organic, but they're unsprayed. We talked to the farmer. So I rinsed them with water, wiped them off, and then I'm gonna take my whole apple. I'm just gonna cut it in half and then in quarters. If your apple's really big, cut it into 6 pieces. And I'm gonna take that whole apple, seeds, stem, peels, everything, and throw it in the pot, okay? So this is what my pot looks like. I'm just making enough for the next couple nights. I'm not canning today. But I'm gonna fill this pot with apples, just like I've done. And then I'm gonna put the lid on and push it down. And I'm gonna put it on the stove and bring it to about a medium and let the steam get going in there. Now I'm not adding any water, I'm not adding any sugar. Applesauce almost never needs sugar. I've never personally added sugar. Apples are really sweet, and if you use a sweet variety, great, that's your sugar. No need to add water because the steam will create some moisture, and that moisture will be just enough to cook those apples. If you add too much water, you can't take it away. But if you need water, you can always add a tablespoon or 2 at a time. So just remember that. You don't want to go in with a lot of water. Just add it if you need it. And you'll know you need it if your apples are kind of sticking to the bottom of your pot. So I am not going to take the lid off this pot for a few minutes. I'm going to let it get going for about 5-8 minutes. Give it a stir and see if anything's sticking. And then just let it cook away. It'll take about 15 to 20 minutes, and those apples will kind of cook down, and they will kind of hold their shape a little bit, but they'll get real mushy. And when they're totally mushy, I'm going to come back here and show you how I run it through my food mill and how it creates the perfect applesauce. And the best part about the food mill, the attachment, is that you don't have to peel. You don't have to stem or destem or take the seeds out of your apples. It does all the work for you. It's so awesome. It is worth every penny. I think maybe it was like 60 or 70 bucks on Amazon, and it's literally saved my hands. There are seasons where I'll do, 40 cans, 40 jars of applesauce, and my hands are shredded, or they were shredded by the end of the day after peeling and cutting and chopping. And this literally saves hours. This literally saves hours, and it saves my hands. So, happy mama. Much happier using this attachment. If 70 bucks is too much for you, watch for it. It goes on sale sometimes. Also, maybe go in with a friend. If you guys are both canners, split the attachment cost, and you guys can share the attachment. It's awesome though. It's totally worth it. So I will pop back here in a few minutes and show you what the applesauce is looking like. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I want to show you what the pot looks like. It's been about 10 minutes, and let's pull this out. Sorry. Here are the apples. I gave them a quick stir because I saw some were getting a little dark on the bottom, but it's hard to see, but there is no real, there's probably about ½ an inch of liquid down there, but really for the most part, no apples are burning. They're not sticking. They're still a little firm. Some are soft. So sometimes certain varieties cook a little faster than others. But those are going to need about 10 more minutes. And they'll soften up, and then I'll show you what the food mill's like. And then also, just to make all you mamas out there feel a little better about what you're making for your kiddos for dinner. And lest you think I just make roasted beets and quinoa for my kids because I am a foodie, this is the gourmet meal that's down for tonight. You guys, totally. I opened a package of hot dogs. I went there. My husband's out of town, and I was like, we're going to keep this party easy. So it's hot dogs, guacamole, chips, cucumbers, and homemade applesauce. So hopefully the Whole Foods will balance out the all beef hot dogs. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. So you just turn on, this is the attachment. You attach it to your KitchenAid. You take your applesauce and all the juice, and you put it in the top of the attachment. And then take this little stuffer and start squishing it down. And what happens is it separates out the peels, the stems, the seeds from the sauce. And you get all the sauce. And it's not runny sauce. It's kind of thickened, but it's all the good stuff. And it's awesome. So this is a little messy because of my setup right now, just for the video. But normally I do it in a bigger space. And you just get on a, on a roll, and it just flies. You can do, a bushel of apples in an hour if you get a couple pots going. So, Connor, come over here and take a look at the sauce. So that's the sauce that's coming out. This is all the garbage, and actually my chickens love this stuff. It's just the inside of the apples. So that's it, you guys. Okay.